Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. And wow, an interesting... I don't normally get to do these puzzle and Sudoku hybrids, but Simon suggested that I have a go at this one today, so I'm very happy to do that. Now, it's called Rika's Endless Summer by SUDOKU Fan 87. And I think that SUDOKU Fan 87 may be known to you previously on this channel as Mori Sensei is God. So it's not a debut. And possibly the author has moved on from K-pop to manga or Taylor Swift. I don't know. I don't know exactly where the names come from, SUDOKU Fan 87, but I'm looking forward to trying the puzzle because it's a very interesting idea. We'll look at that in a minute. Don't forget that on Patreon, we have loads of extra content. On the first of the month, we publish Sudoku hunts. You can try those until the 20th to be in with a chance for a prize, or for much longer at your own pace. You can look at our crossword content there. You can do all sorts of things with our apps. You can, well, basically you can play all of the puzzles in our apps. Normally 100 puzzles in an app. In the Gas, there are 60. And they are very entertaining, very good to take on holiday in your endless summer because they keep your brain active, and we all need that. Now, that's what watching the channel does for you anyway. As well as the apps and the Patreon, there's the merchandise, there's Sven's Sudoku Pad, there's the Discord server. Check out the links under the video. And if you want to know how many puzzles we've done by Mori Sensei is God, and I'm guessing it's 3, you can even look up in the catalogue of our puzzles. So those are all linked under the video. The first link is to this puzzle, and I will go through the rules now because there is some Nurikabi. Now, Nurikabi is one of those names where I go, hey, I know I've done that sort of puzzle, but I don't actually know what it means straight away. Normal Sudoku rules apply. So we're putting 1 to 9 in every row, column, and box, and that's good. It's not just a pencil puzzle. All cells are either island or water. Each shaded cell is an island cell. The number in it is the number of cells in that island. So if there was a 5 here, there are 5 cells in this island. Each island must contain exactly 1 shaded cell, which contributes to a set of non-repeating digits that sum to the total in the shaded cell. So these islands are like killer cages that add up to the killer number given. Okay. Different islands may not touch orthogonally. That's interesting, useful. The water cells are orthogonally connected and may not contain any 2 by 2 areas of water. And finally, island totals are not necessarily in the top leftmost cell of an island. Well, I think we could have told that from this 24, couldn't we? Anyway, okay, those rules are fairly straightforward to understand. We're going to be making a lot of islands that are basically killer cages. The water that constitutes the other cells is all connected, but doesn't have any 2 by 2 areas. And those are the rules. Okay, I understand them. I hope you do. You will pick them up as we go along if you don't immediately, and then you could try the puzzle yourself. Let us restart and let's get cracking. So I'm going to do a little bit of geometry first of all. Now, I think these 2 cells must be water because otherwise they would connect to cage cells and that would connect 2 islands. That's not allowed. So those are water. I'm using blue for water. I know Simon sometimes uses orange for water for reasons that nobody can understand, least of all him. But I'm using blue for water, and I might as well use this grey that we're given. I think in the original they were lavender, but I couldn't replicate that in our software, so they're not now. And I don't know if there's some significance to lavender as a colour or a plant. Right, well, we're away now because... obviously, okay, first of all, there's a whole bunch of 8 islands. Islands with a total of 8. Now, none of those can contain a 1 in their cell because that would say that the island was only 1 cell big and would add up to 1. So they must all contain a 2 or a 3. 4 would be too many because 4 different digits. It did say that the islands had, yes, non-repeating digits. 4 would be too many. So there's 2s and 3s in all of those cells. Now this island down here needs another cell therefore, and the first extra cell, there might be another one, but the first extra one has to go here. This water needs to get out because all the water will connect. So that water needs to get out. This island, this is a 20 island. Right, that is, we can do this. We can do some Sudoku now. That is a maximum size of 3 because otherwise it would crash into this island. And it can't. So that's water. That's water to get that water out. But this island is now 3 cells. And this is a 3, therefore, to say how many cells it is. And these have to add up to 17. They're an 8-9 pair. That 3 is going to straight away disambiguate quite a lot of our 2s and 3s. Yes. Quite a few of them. Right, we get a 2 down here in the corner. That's a 6 to complete the island total of 8. That is water. Ah, yeah, every time we get an island, we can surround it orthogonally with water. Now, this is a 2. Yes, we need that to be a 2-6 pair. We surround that orthogonally with water. This water needs to get out there. This island needs to extend. Oh, this is great. Okay, I'm beginning to get this puzzle now, and surprisingly fast progress in a way. Probably going to stop immediately now. Now, this is not a 2 island because that can't be a 6 by Sudoku. So this is a 3 island. That is a 1 or a 4. Every time it's a 3 island, it's going to be a 1, 3, 4 triple. In these 8s, that is, obviously. Not in that one. Now, where does that go? Well, I've had a good thought now. This is a slightly different thought from the thoughts we've been having already. Yeah, these 20s and 24s, these are bigger numbers. These have to extend somewhere. But, okay, well, first of all, and this is not the first thought I had, this is another thought I've just had. This 20 has to extend somewhere. And it could go there, but it can't go beyond that, or it crashes into this island. So it must come down here at least 1 cell. Even if it was... It can't just be 3 cells, because with 3 sees that. So this is a 4 or a 5. This can't be a 6, because 6 different digits would have to add up to 21. And the total of this cage is only 20. This island is only 20. The same is true here. This could be a 3, a 4, or a 5. It can't be a 6. I suppose these start at 4, and then they couldn't be a 3 because you couldn't get then 3 cells, including a 3, to add up to 24. So they start at 4 and go up to 6. They can't be a 7. Anyway, this must extend to at least there. I thought I could extend it to here, but yes, I can, because it's now at least 4 cells. I can. It's going to be a bit limited after that. It could come round there, it could go to there or there. These are the only other cells possible. Now, the thought I actually had was about a 2 by 2 here. I haven't thought about this 2 by 2 rule before. But how am I going to avoid getting a 2 by 2 of sea, of blue, in this area of water? That's what it's called. It's not called sea or blue. It's called water. How am I going to avoid that? This can't reach there. This can't reach there because it's only an 8. This 20, in theory, it could reach there, but it has to avoid this island. And once you've used 5 cells, which are the maximum, it doesn't get there. Some island is going to have to get into one of these 2 cells, and the only candidate is this one. So that is stretching round to there with a 1-4 pair. And we know this whole island now, so we can completely surround it with blue. And this blue has to get out, so that's blue. This island is 3, so that's grey. This surrounds the island there. This is a 1 or a 4. This has become not a 4. Oh, this area has to get out. I hadn't spotted that. That gets out here. Now, what about these two? One of these two is grey because we have to avoid... In fact, that is grey because of this 2 by 2, not 4 by 4. That's grey. It's not part of this 8. I know that because then the 8 would be a 3, 1, 4 triple, and that would clash with these cells. It can't be part of the 20, which can't reach there now. So it's part of this 20. The 24s couldn't get either that far or get past the other islands. So this has to do that and is a 5. Look at that, and this is just done now. So now we surround that island with water because we've completed it. Yes, this is blue because look, this whole area, this huge area of water, I mean it's massive, but it has to connect up with the rest of the grid. So it has to come out here and here. This blue has to get out, water has to get out. This needs to be grey to avoid a 2 by 2. That can only connect up here. There's, well, that's 5 cells. Oh, this can't be a 6 by Sudoku, so it is a 5. Oh, that's brilliant. This is now not a 5. This is blue to get this water out. These are blue because they're surrounding an island. I forgot that. This is grey because of that 2 by 2 potential. It's obviously part of the 24, but I don't know where it connects up yet. This has to get out. Now, that cannot be a 3 at all anymore because this would have to be a 1 or a 4, and that would break with those cells. So that's a 2. This is a 6. We can surround this one with water. This whole area at the bottom has to get out, has to join the rest of the water. So it has to come through here. Now this is grey. This is at least a 4. In fact, it is a 4 because of that 6 in its box. So we can finish that off, put water there. This water at the bottom still has to get out, so that's water. And now we've only got 11 white cells left and a 3 in them. Right, the 3 has to extend into one of these 2 cells because otherwise we get a blue 2 by 2. The only one it can extend into out of those is that one because of its size. That's a 1 or a 4. This is going to be limited to only these cells, and it can't be that shape because look, this would, if that was a grey island, this would be a blue lake, and we're not allowed lakes, so all the blues must connect. So this is a 4. I don't know whether it takes that cell or that cell. Do I know? I don't see how I know. But it's going to be one of them. This can't reach, well, it's taking one of those cells, so all of these are blue because they can't be anything else. And now this has to be grey to prevent a 2 by 2 in the corner. So that's grey, that's blue, we prevent a 2 by 2 with a grey there, and we have finished the colouring. There we go, that's fabulous. Ah, I've really enjoyed this so far. That is a 1 or a 4. I'm going to have to do some Sudoku now. Right, I'm going to let you in on a secret at a very late stage in a puzzle. Each row and column and box in a Sudoku adds up to the same number. That number is always 45. Only tell your closest friends because it's a closely guarded secret. And it's because the digits 1 to 9 by rule must appear in each row, column and box and always add up to 45. Now, if these add up to 45, we know the total of grey here is 24, grey here takes us up to 32. These two add up to 13. They're different digits. They don't have a 6 or a 5. They are a 4-9 pair, and this one is in a box with a 1-4 pair. So that's the 9. Oops. 9, and that's 4. And we can place 4 in the middle box. 8 is in one of those two cells, so not in one of those two in the same column. And we've almost finished box 7 there. 6, 5, 7. That can't be a 2, so that is 3, 1, 4, 2. This is a 9, 6 pair because of the 6 and 9 that can't be in those cells. This is a 5, 7 pair. This is a 1 or a 4, but it can't be a 4. So that's going to tidy up all our 1, 4s. We've completely finished box 7 now. This is a 5, 7, 8 triple. And we're left with a few triples in the first 3 columns. So this is all coming swimmingly at the moment. Probably time to come to a grinding halt. I don't know which cage to work on next. Oh, I can do, well, I mean, I can finish that off. Or do we do Sudoku instead? Yes, I can place 4 in this box. Maybe there's a bit of Sudoku to do. No, we're definitely going to have to do a bit of killer first. Okay, I'm getting interested in this one. Right, first of all, does it have to have a 1 in? This is where I'm going to start. I'm going to start working out. Yes, look, the beauty of this is there's no 4 in this cage because we've placed all the 4s in the grid and they don't appear in this island. I must try and call them islands. So there's no 4 in it. Does there have to be a 1 in it? Yes, because otherwise the minimum digits are 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, which add up to 23. Way too many. So there is a 1 in it. That must be in one of these 2 cells. That lets me get a 1 somewhere there. There is already a 1 somewhere there. That's about it. Right, is there a 2 in it? If not, remember there's no 4. We'd be 1, 3, 5, 6, 7 at a minimum, and that adds up to 22. Too much. So there is a 2 in the cage. It can't be in this box. It's there. Is there a 3 in it? If not, we would have 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, which adds up to 21 and is still too much. So there is a 3 in this cage in one of those cells, and the 5th digit must be a 9 to make up the totals. 1, 3, and 9. That is a group there. That's useful, I think. He says, suddenly not sure that it is useful. 1, 3, and 9, and 2 and 4 here. No, I don't know. Okay. This is obviously 1, 3, 7, 8 down here, but I don't know the order or anything about that. These cells add up to 20. Now, they don't have a 1 or a 2 in. Look at those neatly positioned 1s and 2s. Right. Oh, they never could have had a 1 or a 2 in given the total. That's not that helpful. This could be 3, 8. Oh, they can't have a 5 in because that 5 sees all the cells. Right, so the minimum, if they didn't have a 3 in this cage, is 4, 6, 7, 8, which adds up to 25, which is just too much. So there is a 3 in the cage. And that means that the cage uses 3, 8, and 9. How did I get forced up to the maximal digits so quickly? I might have done something wrong. Let me just think about that. If there was no 3 in the cage, there's definitely no 1 or a 2 in it. If there was no 3 in the cage, because there's no 5, yeah, 4, 6, 7, 8 is the minimum. That's too much. So there is a 3 in it, and as soon as that's in it, 8 and 9 are both in it. Okay, where does 6 go in this row? We can do that now. This is 3, 8, or 9 as well. In fact, it's the same as that, and therefore must go up here in column 8, and is in fact 8 or 9 now, which forms a pair up here. Ooh, I wonder if we're going to be colouring 8s and 9s in a moment. I don't know, maybe that's not going to be necessary, but 3, 8, 9. So these can't be 3 or 8. Okay, excuse me for a second. That was annoying. I had to go out in the rain, and hopefully we don't get interrupted again as long as I get finished. So there's pressure now. Right, this seems to be a 2-6 pair down here. This is 179. Oh yes, I've just done this 1-7, so that becomes a 3-8 pair. That's not really going to affect the rest of the puzzle. I think that 8 and 9 thing is going to be important. Yeah, look. Okay, I'm going to start colouring these 8s and 9s. We worked out those 3 were the same, so I'm making them yellow. This one is clearly purple, so that's yellow. I don't know, maybe I've gone off at half cock, but this I can see can't be 2 or 5, so that is 6 or 7. 4, 8, 9, 5. No. Oh yes, that 1 is looking down at the bottom. That fixes this to not be 1. 1 goes there. Ooh, 8, 9. 3 in this box is in one of these 2 cells, so that's not 3. So we've got 3 in this cage. Right, this is the other flavour of 8, 9, the purple flavour, the blueberry flavour. No, what purple be? Blackcurrant. One of my favourite drinks is Ribena. So there's a purple in one of those 2 cells. I don't know, it just felt like it was going to be useful. Maybe it isn't. 1, 4, 3. Now, none of these can be 8 or 9. Well, they can't be purple or yellow, obviously. 4, 1. So, oh, where's 6 in this column? Ah, it's there. That's a 2. Ah, so this isn't yellow or purple. That is also 6, 7, and we've got a pair in the top row. And those remaining digits are 2 and 5. And that is 2 or 5 as well in this column. Well, in this box, those have to be the 2, 5 pair. 2, 3, 5. These are from 7, 8, 9, which forms a triple with that. And this is 2, 3, 5, and I can place the 2. This puzzle is unfolding strangely somehow. 3, 5 pair there. 1, 2, 4, 3. Now, I still haven't really thought about this baby yet. So, it's paid off thinking about the low digits, and there can't be a 2. In fact, yeah, no, there can't be a 2 in this cage because of those. So, if there was a 1 in the cage, which would definitely be here, these would add up to 15 and couldn't have a 6. So if there's a 1, that's an 8, 7 pair. Now if there isn't a 1, what if there's a 3? The 3 will be in one of these cells. Oh, and then we'll need the others to add up to 13. Well, they can't be 4, 9, and they can't be 6, 7, because that would break this cell. So then they would be 5, 8. So it's either 4, 1, 7, 8 or 4, 3, 5, 8. And after that, if there's no 3, we have to go up to 4, 5, 6, 7, which is 22. Well, and would break that. Okay, so there is either a 1 or a 3, and there is definitely an 8 in it now, and that is an X-wing with 8s down here. That's going to use up the 8s in columns 5 and 6 in boxes 2 and 8. So the 8 in column 4 is going to have to be here. Is that helpful? It feels like it ought to be. It's quite a clever deduction. But it hasn't really done much. I've got a 5, 6, 7 triple here. That can't be a 5. Ah, so one of these is a 5. And now there's no 5 in this cage because of the 5 there and a 5 in one of these cells. And that determines it. Now it is not 4, 3, 5, 8. It is 4, 1, 8, 7, and we can fill them in. That's lovely. I mean, that's a beautiful step, especially at a late stage in a puzzle of this sort. I think that's really clever. Now, there's a 7 X-wing, there's a 7... Oh, and in fact, that's become a 6. Oh no, this is huge. This is just going to do the whole jobby. That's 7A. I don't need X-Wings, I just need to do Sudoku, which makes things, frankly, quite a bit easier. I was sure, yes, 7, that can't be a 7, that's a 9. That's where 7 goes, that's a 1. I can do the 3-8 pair. This I can do, that's a 3. That finishes this W pentomino box of 20. Now I know that these yellow flashes are 8s. I don't know if I needed that flashing business. Let's no, let's just get rid of that now, because it was, I mean, it probably served a purpose, but that purpose is done. I think I'm finishing off now. That, in fact, is a 9. So 7 there, 5, 7, 8, 6, 9. Look at these middle rows just falling down. Lovely. 3, 5. Now it's just the top 3 rows to do. That's a 9. Can't do the 6, 7 pair. Can't do that 2, 5 pair. This, though, is a 9. 4, 7, 8, 6, 9. 2, 3, 5. That, oops, no, I don't know that. Yes, I do. It is a 5. Okay. My subconscious knew before I did how to resolve that. Now I can resolve 7, 6, and now I can finish with 7, 5. That's a lovely puzzle, and not that difficult in the end. It's really clever. I love the way that works. Good work, Sudoku Fan 87. Formerly, Mori Sensei is God. Yeah, great fun there, and a most entertaining puzzle. That's exactly the sort of pencil puzzle Sudoku mashup that I like, and I have enjoyed that quite a lot. Excellent. Right, there we go. That's another puzzle done. Do tune in for more logical shenanigans tomorrow, and I will see you then. Bye for now.